Hello, YouTube. How is your day today? What did you do? Today I had personal training at the gym. It was really good. We worked on bench press and I don't know how to bench press, but I'm learning. It's kind of scary. The what am I trying to say? Technique behind it's scary. It's scary because the bar is so like long and heavy, but I'm improving at it. It's good. And then I also came home and watched 6,000 hockey games because the NHL playoffs is today, or it has started, and we're watching a bunch of the games. Is anyone else watching some of the games? I have a crust on my glasses. How rude. So I see I have friends here already. That's so fun. Hey, Anastasia and Lisa and Danny. Hey, Danny and Charlie and Gary, and Danny's hopping over from DC's live as I'm so behind. Oh, you're not behind in our live. We just started, but I'm happy you're here. Thank you so much for joining. Today, I was getting my screens up that I planned for this video, and I was getting the screens for the Wednesday video, and I was like, "Oh, this is so good. This is gonna be such a good video." Then I'm like, "That's not the one I scheduled for today. It's not." So I was like getting up the wrong screens, but then I realized. So I have been thinking about different kinds of scams that I want to talk about on this channel just to educate us, to teach us about scams that we might not know a lot about so we can try to avoid them in the future. And I was just thinking, it's like, what do I buy? What things do I buy on a regular basis? Like, people buy tickets, people buy concert tickets or sporting event tickets. And then there's a bunch of scams that you can fall victim to around ticket resale tickets for big events. And I was like, I want to learn about that. So that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be an educational stream. Oh, yeah. That was a tough one for sure. For sure. Anastasia, do you think that the Leafs are going to beat Boston in this series? I would love that because I would love if a Canadian team could like go all the way, but I don't know. I don't know. And I was just watching Winnipeg and Colorado, and I think it was tied when I last looked. So yeah, I would love it if Canadian teams could just do really well and get really far in the playoffs. Okay, this is on the Eventbrite website. It's an article called Ticket Scams: How to Avoid Them and Protect Yourself in 2024. Oh, Danny, you were behind for DC's live. That makes sense. Okay, so this is a really long article, so we're not going to read every single part, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited. This is interesting. Ticket scams can take a variety of forms. Some sell fake tickets, pocketing the victim's money and delivering a counterfeit ticket. Others are designed to capture the victim's credit card number. Some sell general admission tickets as premium or VIP tickets, misleading the victim into overpaying. Most scammers try to create a sense of urgency that tricks people. For instance, a scammer might advertise tickets to a sold out show, convincing excited fans to buy fake tickets. For the most part, scams happen when tickets are sold outside of the official website or ticketing platform. So, this is when not necessarily when you are going on to Ticketmaster to get tickets to a big sporting event. This is if you are doing it outside of the official platform, you could end up getting scammed, getting your money stolen. Oh, yeah. Fair, Anastasia, fair. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice if they won. Hi, Monica. It's nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Scammers often happen around hyped up events that sell out, leaving fans desperate for a ticket. For example, a teen girl lost $350 to a ticket scammer trying to buy tickets to a sold out concert to see her favorite artist, Taylor Swift. In this case, the scammer reached out to her on Instagram, offering to sell her tickets to the sold out show. It's wise to keep an eye out for scams whenever you're buying tickets. For the most part, scams happen when tickets are sold outside the official event website or ticketing platform, usually by individuals pretending to be selling tickets to an event that they can no longer attend. And we're going to read the article about someone losing $350 to a Taylor Swift ticket scammer. And during the times when Taylor Swift was on her world tour, I saw things all over YouTube and Instagram where people would buy tickets from a scalper, and that's a whole other scalping is a whole other thing that I'm not even touching on in this video. But they'd buy tickets from an apparent scalper outside of the venue, and then they'd be all excited, they'd run in, and then they'd realize it was a fake ticket and the seller was nowhere to be seen. Yeah, if it's sold out, if it's sold, don't go outside the venue. It's too late. The tickets are sold out. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Neil. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. For event organizers, scams can harm your attendees and your business. We'll cover how to prevent scams below, but the biggest things you can do are make it easy for attendees to buy legitimate tickets, provide a safe way for attendees to resell their tickets if they can't attend, sorry. I have sold tickets. I misread that you can only be 19 plus. Oh, really? Like, did you sell them because you thought that it could only be 19 plus and you were not yet 19? And I'm not claiming that everyone who is reselling concert tickets or sporting event tickets is going to be a scammer. I think it's just important for us to do our research, to look up how we can identify these types of scams so we don't get our hearts broken the day of, if we're like get tickets to the Super Bowl and we're so excited and we traveled across the country for it, and then we're outside the venue and we're standing there waiting to get in and we can't because it's a fake ticket, or the person just doesn't come, the person who's supposed to give us our ticket just doesn't show up. I could just imagine how heartbreaking that would be. Can you? Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Hi, Lori, or not Lori, Tori. Hi, Lori. Tori. The names are so similar. I see Lori's up here, and I don't think I said hi to you. Sorry if I didn't say hi. It's lovely to see you, Lori. And hello, Tori. Lori and Tori. For sure, StubHub. I agree. I agree. And the stories that we're going to see, people reached out to them, or they found them on Instagram. And again, a lot of those sellers could be legitimate. They could truly be people who want to just get rid of their ticket for cheaper. But yeah, we're going to look at how to spot a ticket scam here, just so if you come across tickets that aren't on a place like StubHub, or what are the other ones? There's other ticket resale sites. What's the other ones? Ticket resale sites. Ticket Swap, StubHub, Vivid Seats, SeatGeek, Viagogo, buy or sell Toronto concert theater and sports tickets. And I just quickly Googled it, and there's this thing on Reddit, which ticket resale sites are trustworthy. So you could do some research and just see, like, if you see a ticket resale site, you're like, hey, TickPick, you could just Google that and make sure that there's like reasonable reviews for it. But StubHub is a really well-known one for sure. And yeah, the ones that are legitimate, you can tell, like, they have policies and procedures to make sure that the sellers and the people buying the tickets are not taken advantage of. I was 19. I was going out with a friend who was 18. Oh, so I needed to sell for sure. Right? Right? Especially in any case, but especially if you travel a long time to get to your event and you're so excited and you realize it's fake. I couldn't imagine. Oh, did your dad sell tickets on Facebook Marketplace? But it can be sketchy. Fair, fair. Okay, so this is how you can spot a ticket scam. Any deal that's too good to be true. So if it's Taylor Swift tickets and nosebleed tickets are $500, and somehow magically this person has nosebleed tickets for $150, that could be sketchy. So just make sure you are aware of the general price for the different locations in the stadium, and you can compare against the actual price for the specific artist or event, and you can be aware of whether or not it's too good to be true, for sure. Sellers reaching out to you, payment methods with no protection, third-party ticket websites, spoofed links and emails, sellers asking you to DM or text them right away, old slash unnatural, oh, odd, not old, slash unnatural language, fake slash lookalike websites. And this could be hard because what if you see a link on Reddit or something and you're brought to a site that looks like StubHub and you think it's someone selling through StubHub, but it's really fake. It's a fake spoofed website. Can you imagine? How are these scams so sophisticated? Oh, no problem, Danny. So he sold them on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, that's a whole other area too, for sure. And I'm sure we could do a whole video on Facebook Marketplace scams where people think they might be getting a couch, but then the person never shows up or steals their money somehow, right? Like there's so many different ways we can get scammed on the internet. The only way to completely prevent ticket scams is to buy directly from a reputable source. This means buying tickets on Eventbrite, through other verified ticket platforms, or directly from the event website. Many scams happen when individuals sell tickets secondhand. They claim that they can no longer attend the event and are forced to sell, but the chances are they didn't have any real tickets to begin with. To avoid scams, watch out for any red flags. We already looked at that. Bottom line, if tickets are available from the original source, like the Eventbrite page or the official event website, then buy directly to avoid scams. Here are some common ticket scam traps and how to avoid them. Sold out tickets on secondary markets. Any sold-out event has a high likelihood of attracting scammers. Scammers will advertise tickets as sold-out shows on social media, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and even specific community message boards like an NFL subreddit. But chances are they never had real tickets in the first place. This is a pro tip, follow the artist, performer, event organizer on social media for popular sold-out events to snag tickets to one of their future shows. Make sure to only buy from official sources or via links that the organizer or artist posts on social media. Sometimes performers add extra dates. Then discounted tickets on social media is another trap. Scammers often advertise tickets for sale on social media, blah, blah, blah. In addition to tickets for sale to sold-out events, some scammers advertise tickets for less than the standard price. For instance, if general admission tickets to a music festival cost $250, a scammer may advertise them on social media for $150. This can be legitimate. Sometimes the original ticket holder can no longer attend an event and needs to sell. However, this is also a high risk. It can be really tricky. I'm reading this and I'm thinking, how are we supposed to figure this out? How do we know who's a legitimate seller and who is not? At least this website provides us with some tips and some red flags. So we can check the user's profile for red flags, such as tickets for sale in multiple cities, brand new profiles, and deeply discounted tickets. If you don't know the seller, check if they have any marketplace reviews. Keep an eye out for strange details. If the social media profile is set to public, make sure it's a real account with genuine activity outside of selling tickets. Look out for red flags that could identify a fake social media account, like using an avatar instead of a real profile photo. Okay, that's good advice. So if someone is offering you extremely discounted tickets, research their profile. Research their profile, see if they have actual, true, genuine connections, and it's not just like bot followers. I like that. That's good. I wonder if the person my dad sold my tickets to was worried. Oh, I think all of those red flags. I think I was all of those red flags. Oh, really? I'm sure they weren't worried, and they're probably happy that they got the tickets. Don't worry about that. Okay, fake websites. We already talked about that. Oh, So some of these actually look like legitimate sites like Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster is legitimate. That's where I get my sporting event tickets, and you open them up in the app. How are you supposed to know if a website looks just like the Ticketmaster website? Others may use fake emails from a spoofed email address to mimic a legitimate email sender. Pay close attention to the website's URL and email addresses you've received emails from. Scammers sometimes use unique URL structures to mimic legit looking names. Look for websites ending in .com. Yep. You can also manually search for a website on Google and click the top result. A scam site is unlikely to rank well in Google's search results. Good advice. So this is for the trap of fake ticket websites, and it tells us never pay for tickets using crypto, gift cards, cash, or bank transfer. Peer-to-peer payment apps like Cash App or Venmo can also be risky, particularly if using a friends and family mode, which lacks purchase protection. Credit cards are the safest option. Yes, I love this. That way, if it is a scam, you can contact the credit card company to start a chargeback. Keep a close eye on your transactions and statements to ensure your credit card number hasn't been compromised. Perfect advice. I love that. Let's just make sure we use our credit card anytime we're purchasing a resale ticket. Because, yes, even if we keep an eye out for all the red flags, we pay attention, we follow this website's advice, even if we do that, it could still be a scam somehow. And so we have the record of it on our credit card statement and we can talk to our bank for support. I should start putting these websites in my descriptions, but here it is. If you want to look at it and you can see exactly, you can look back and reference this if you are purchasing tickets, resale tickets for an event or a concert. You can look back and just make sure that you're doing your best to pay attention to any of the red flags. Oh, I'm not worried. I'm laughing as times have changed for sure. This world has gotten so scammy, Charlie, for sure. What is Cash App? So Cash App, it's an American thing. I'm not in the US, but just a way to send money to your friends. And we have TD Interact e-transfers where you can just send money from your account to a friend or family member's account. That's a good question. So here's the website. Here's the website. Go to it if you want to reference this website later. One thing I'm not in favor of, pro teams using Ticketmaster instead of their own ticket office to disperse tickets. Myself, I try to stay away even from Ticketmaster for sure. And then your ticket is on your phone. And so I went to a big sporting event and I downloaded the ticket to my phone because it was a sold out event with like 30,000 people and everyone was going into Ticketmaster to get their tickets. So I couldn't even access data. My phone had no connection, so I was so glad that my ticket was on my phone, or else I wouldn't have been able to get into the stadium. Duplicate ticket scams. Sometimes scammers purchase a real ticket, then resell multiple copies of the same ticket to several buyers. Since many platforms sell digital tickets, this can be simple as forwarding the ticket confirmation email or taking pictures of tickets or the event QR code. Oh, how are we supposed to know what's a scam and what's not? Okay. Pro tip. If you have to buy concert tickets or any other event ticket on a secondary marketplace, make sure you use a trustworthy company that offers a ticket guarantee. Great, here are some examples. Legitimate ticket reseller marketplaces like StubHub and Vivid Seats provide authentic tickets, even if third parties sell them. Love that. That's great. That's great. I bought my ticket for Tidewater Comic Con from their venue. Oh, yeah, that's a safe way to do it too. The Ticats use Ticketmaster. Do the Argos? Probably. Probably if they're in the same league. I bet they would, but I'm not sure. Not sure. Seat scams. Oh, this one's frustrating too. Seat scams occur when people sell you real tickets to an event but advertise them as a different type of event ticket. For example, they may sell general admission tickets but advertise them as premier VIP seats. When you arrive at the event, you realize that you overpaid. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Say, I love me some K-pop, right? Say if I thought I was buying VIP Blackpink tickets where you get to go to the sound check where there's like 200 people and like you you get to be right there and it's like an intimate concert and it'd be so cool and you think you're experiencing that. You show up 3 hours before the show so you can do the sound check and then you're turned away at the door. You spent the $800, I bet, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but then it's a general admission ticket. And can you imagine if it wasn't even a good ticket? You think you're getting VIP ticket and then you're like up in the rafters. Gary, it seems like Argos also use Ticketmaster. Many venues and events publish detailed seat maps ahead of time. Ask the seller to confirm the ticket number and location before you buy. Then look closely at the venue seat map to confirm that the location is as advertised. That's good advice. And that's really straightforward too. Just get all the details before you buy. But then you get the details before you buy, but then it could be just a fake ass duplicate ticket. So how are you supposed to know? But what we've learned here is even if all of these things happen to you, even if you've tried to pay attention to all the red flags and you've done your research, use your credit card. Don't use anything other than your credit card. And then at least there's a record of the transaction and you can get your bank to help you try to get your money back. So even if all this shit happens to you, just use your credit card. Use your credit card. Hey Julie, how's it going? Lovely to see you. We're learning about how we can get scammed if we buy a resale ticket for a concert or a sporting event. It's very fun. There's a lot of ways we can get scammed. A lot. There's like 6 million. So we don't need to learn about how event organizers can protect attendees from ticket scams. I'm not really interested in that. I think that's fine. We can just skim through it. Choose a reliable event ticketing platform. So remember, this is from the organizer's perspective. Use consistent event branding, such as logo, color scheme, design features, and more. That's good advice. Monitor social media. Buy no tickets ever, right? Because there's so many different ways these scammers can screw you over. Make it obvious when your event sells out. Audit your internal security practices. Provide a safe resale or refund option. Good. Don't let a ticket scam catch you off guard. Yes. So this is a big ass article that I have. So we might not read every single part of it because it might take us a long time. But it's a continuation from what we saw where a teenager lost $350 to a Taylor Swift ticket scam. So yeah, we're not going to read every single thing because it's going to take forever. But yeah, I thought this was interesting. And then we'll go through this. And then I have one Reddit post that I want to read. And then we'll be done. This might be a shorter one. It's a story that fans... Okay, wait. A Swiftie you know and love could be scammed soon as we edge closer to Taylor Swift's sparkle-packed back-to-back shows. When was this? June 6, 2023. Her tour kicked off in Glendale, Arizona in March, hits Detroit on June 9th and 10th, and moves on to spots like Pittsburgh, blah, blah, blah. The scammers love it. One teen in the Atlanta area, unbeknownst to her parents, lost about $350 when she bought 2 fake tickets in a scam that started on Instagram. Her parents asked that her name not be used so scammers don't target her. Very fair, parents. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ooh. A huge fan since age 5, the young woman has been commenting on verified Instagram accounts set up by other Taylor Swift fans known as Swifties. All of a sudden, someone reached out to her directly in January about tickets for sale. That's one of the red flags. If a seller reaches out directly to you, it could be a scam. The seller even showed her proof with a screenshot of Taylor Swift tickets for one of the 3 Atlanta concerts. It sounded like the real deal. We also just learned that the proof with a screenshot could have just been a duplicate ticket. This scammer could have bought one ticket and then pretended to sell it to a variety of people. The teen did not realize. Okay, I hate that these ads are all over the place. Pause. It looks so bad. Get out of here. Get out of here. Can I just close these? Sorry, it's bothering me. It's just like ads everywhere. Ads everywhere. It looks like it's done. Usually I don't have a bunch of ads when I'm using Google Chrome, so I don't understand why there's ads everywhere, and I hate it. Pause. I don't think there's anything I can do about it because I'm clicking X. It literally doesn't matter. No one else cares, but it's really distracting, so sorry. Okay, I think I got them all off. Let's see if they open again right away. Oh, yeah, they do. Man, that's okay. Who cares? Who cares? Okay, I'll share my screen again and I'll ignore the really annoying ads. The teen did not realize that screenshots of the tickets could be easily faked. She ended up sending money via Venmo and Cash App as the seller kept requesting more money, including a fake $85 fee to transfer a Ticketmaster ticket to her. As more fees kept being added on, the high school student realized something wasn't right. Suddenly, the seller who had her money wasn't able to talk to her. She ghosted me for like a week, the young woman told me by phone. The seller claimed she had dropped her phone in the toilet and it was no longer working. Whatever. By this point, the buyer knew it was a scam. Like many fans, she did not want to go to a concert for a flashy show. She wanted desperately to see an old friend, someone whose word blah blah blah. Her music touched me. Oddly enough, things turned out okay in the end. She's still sort of bitter. In a very strange twist, someone she met online later on TikTok gifted her one of her Taylor Swift tickets to her one Taylor Swift ticket to a Nashville concert, which she couldn't go to, but is able to sell to another Swiftie via a reseller on Twitter. Okay, so she got it. She got her ticket, which is good. On Friday, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel warned fans that they could end up paying up to $2,500 for tickets that did not exist or never arrive. The Better Business Bureau has reportedly received almost 200 complaints nationally, ranging from struggles getting a refund to outright scams related to the Swift tour, according to the AG's office. The Attorney General's office suggests if you're unfamiliar with a particular ticket vendor, you can call the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Team at blank. You can also ask if the AG's office has any complaints or on file regarding the seller. But the office warns the absence of filed complaints does not guarantee a seller's legitimacy. It simply means that we have not received any complaints concerning the vendor. So if you research it, if you look up the seller and there's no complaints, that's one of the things. It says look up sellers' reviews. You look up the sellers, there's no complaints, and then it still doesn't matter because not everyone puts reviews on the website. Sorry, I'm struggling to read this because it's not very well written. I don't know if Detroit Free Press is an actual newspaper. Let's Google it. Detroit Free Press. Is it an actual real newspaper? Let's see. Okay, it is. It's just not well written. Oops. Sorry if anyone works at the Detroit Free Press. Yes, do your best to make sure it is a legitimate vendor. Hey, how's it going? Lovely to see you. A fan in Columbus, Ohio. You care about what? What I said about the Detroit Free Press not being very well written. Just this article. This article I'm struggling to read. I'm sure others are good. A fan in Columbus, Ohio, saw $690 vanish via Venmo in late May when trying to buy 3 Taylor Swift tickets from someone named Dawn on a Facebook moms group, according to a report made to the Better Business Bureau scam tracker. The seller provided pictures of her tickets. After the money was sent, the seller deleted her Facebook account, oh no, and blocked the fan on Facebook. A New Jersey fan lost $750 in May after spotting Taylor Swift tickets via another Facebook group. Buyer trusted the buyer trusted the seller because members of the group must be verified. When she realized that the real account had been hacked, the money was sent via the peer-to-peer payment group Zelle. The fan never got the tickets, according to the report made to the BBB. Yes, if you're good scamming people. Right? Like, there's so many ways that we can take advantage of people through ticket resales. It's quite outrageous, quite outrageous. The Detroit Free Press is one of the remaining semi-decent newspapers remaining. Gotcha. I'm just struggling with this article for sure. Another Swiftie reported losing $2,500 for 3 tickets. Wow. The thing is, this isn't the only hot ticket, so it's wise to pay attention to event-related scams. Beyoncé is coming to Ford Field in Detroit on July 26. Madonna will play her first Michigan homecoming show in 8 years on August 5th at Little Caesars Arena. Con artists swindle people for big names in big games and events. One consumer, according to the BBB Scam Tracker report, lost $550 on tickets for the French Open tennis tournament, also known as Roland Garros. The tickets never arrived. Oh, it looks like it's going to rain. Looks like it's going to storm here. Why scammers pitch fake tickets? Many fans are eager to get their hands on tickets to sold-out events, especially after a slump in major tours after the pandemic. True. Even sky-high prices aren't scaring people off. If they really want to see a much-loved artist like Taylor Swift, who's told us, my camera's malfunctioning, whee, who told a sold-out concert in East Rutherford, New Jersey, I really, really missed you. They feel it's okay to splurge a little bit, said Teresa Murray, who directs the Consumer Watchdog Office for USPRIG, a nonprofit advocacy group. Scammers, we already learned this, create a sense of urgency to get people to suspend skepticism even for a few seconds. If you think those tickets being offered online could be soon sold to someone else, you're going to jump at the chance to buy them. The young fan in Atlanta didn't realize that scammers can easily manipulate consumers, send fake pictures, and impersonate well-known businesses. I have to note that I'm really surprised at how much people will pay for event tickets. Yes, and we're in the NHL playoffs right now. So I'd be interested to see. Toronto's a different market. Toronto's a huge market. But I would love to see Toronto Maple Leafs playoff tickets prices. Let's see. I know it doesn't really matter right now, but I'd be interested. I'm just curious. I'm on Ticketmaster. It's loading. Okay. Yeah, so Lori, look at this. Ah, no. Show this tab instead. See, Lori, this is Toronto Maple Leafs versus Boston, April 24th. So up here, like up in the nosebleeds, Lori, $318. And then look, let's go. I want to see the expensive ones. Look, Lori, behind, kind of behind the net to the right, I guess. It's like $600. And it's not 600, it's $3,615. So you could get kind of a bad ticket up in the nosebleeds for $300. See, 300 there. 386. Lower bowl, $988. $988. $500. Center ice. Center ice in the lower bowl. Center ice in the lower bowl, Lori, over $1,000 for one game. Up here, this is a shitty seat up here too. Isn't that fascinating? But this is the Leafs, so not all playoff tickets are going to be this expensive. But yeah, outrageous. So I'm sure scammers have a great time with the NHL playoffs as well. I was offered 2 seats for $750 in the 300s by a real seller. He offers them only to previous buyers. I love that. Yeah, that's great. And have you've like seen like bought tickets from him before? And was he nice? Was he sketchy at all? It's important to trust your people, right? It's important when you're spending that much money on a game that you like trust your person, know that they're legitimate, know that they actually have the tickets. So that's great. Yeah. Yeah, and the Leafs are this is not the right one. The Leafs are a wildly popular market, so every single one is not going to be that expensive, but just wanted to show you. NHL playoffs, it's expensive. It is insane. Yes, for sure. Okay. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to snag tickets, don't post photos of them. According to an FBI warning, the barcode found on most tickets is like a goldmine for scammers. The scammer might be able to use that information to get into the event without paying or copy the information and sell fraudulent tickets to unsuspecting buyers. That's interesting. Anastasia, follow-up question. Did you go? Are you going? That's super cool and exciting. I would love to go to an NHL playoff game. Winnipeg and Colorado, the atmosphere in there was insane. It looked so fun. But this is interesting. Don't post pictures of your tickets because a scammer is going to use that to scam people. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, you should protect ticket barcodes as they would credit card numbers. That's super interesting. He was great. He has 2 set of season tickets and sells the 300s. Regular season, $300 for a pair. That's great. We once bought his gold for a special occasion. So $300 for both of you? For the Leafs? That's a good deal. Regular season $300 for a pair. Wow. That's cool. That's exciting. I love that. I wish I could go to a playoff game. Okay, that's all I wanted to read because like we got the main gist of it. So let's go here, share this tab instead. Let me try to put on my camera again. So yeah, the main purpose of reading that article was that ticket scammers are well aware of the popular events, of the events that people are dying to get to, and they will like target you on social media. They'll make it seem like they're legitimate sellers. They'll send you pictures of the ticket, but it could potentially just be a duplicate ticket that they already sold to 20 other people. Just important to either buy your resale tickets through a trusted seller, like Anastasia says, someone who has a proven track record of being honest with their tickets, someone will follow through, and just do your research, do the best that you can and do your research. And if all else fails, just make sure you use your credit card so you can try to get your money back. I just want to message my husband quickly here. I forgot to do something before I started this. Okay, perfect. Ooh, Buffalo. Cool. Was it NHL game? Anyway, let's keep going. I love me a good hockey game. Okay, this was posted 9 months ago. So I was really, really dumb and think I might have just gotten scammed. Basically, I wasn't able to get a ticket for Sleep Token's concert and so found someone in the comments section of Insta saying they were selling tickets for it. I thought their account seemed legit enough to me because they were following lots of bands that someone who was into that music would listen to. Also, when we were discussing it in DMs and I asked for a pic proof for the ticket, they said they can, but would need to block out the important info. So this person did research on the person's social media. They asked for a photo of the ticket. It seems like they did their due diligence. Seems like they did their research. Okay, anyway, they said they were selling it for only $40, so I agreed to send $30 first, then the rest after I received the ticket. All was going well until they sent the ticket and I received a PDF screenshot of the ticket from an email called Ticketmaster blah blah blah. I realize now I was super dumb and naive. I'm just asking if there's anything I can do at this stage. Like, is it likely the ticket screenshot, which has the barcode, will allow me entry? If not, is there anything I can do with the ticket info, such as the order number and the barcode number? And here's what some people said. Sounds like you got scammed. The email is definitely not legit. Usually, Ticketmaster tickets are transferred via the app and website. Sorry this happened to you, but you might just have to eat the $30. It's been a minute since I've purchased resale tickets, but they're almost always transferred on the seller's website and not via email. The ticket is then a QR code scanned at entry. I work for the fraud team at the bank. Most banks will not be able to refund this because you willingly authorize the purchase, blah, blah, blah. So that's interesting. According to this Reddit user, maybe it's hard to get your money back from the bank, which is too bad. So that's an interesting one. And then there was one other thing. Did I lose it? I had another article. Man. I had another. Oh, no. No. I had another article. Let me go look at my screenshots because I had one more I wanted to look at. I'm sad. I'm sad, man. It was a Morgan Wallen ticket. Morgan Wallen ticket scam. Okay, this was it. This was it. Found it. This was it. I'm glad I found it. Okay. I must have closed it by accident. That made me sad for a second. Okay. Okay. Too good to be true. Ontario woman says she was scammed $800 after buying concert tickets on Facebook Marketplace. Aw, she wanted to surprise her husband. So sad, so sad. Okay, an Ontario woman tried surprising her husband with concert tickets for his birthday, but instead she says she was scammed. Rosanna said she and her husband are longtime fans of country music star Morgan Wallen, who is performing 3 shows in Toronto this coming September at the Budweiser stage. Tickets were really expensive on Ticketmaster, Rosanna told CTV News Toronto. They were going for like $500 for long tickets, and if you wanted to be inside, it was like $1,000 a ticket. Currently on Ticketmaster, the most expensive ticket for Saturday night concert was going for about $1,180 each. But Rosanna said she saw someone on Facebook Marketplace was selling 4 tickets for $200 each in the 300 section. So that's a deeply discounted ticket. That's a red flag. Did my camera... Oh, why is my camera being weird? Bye. Okay. I'm pretty sure that... Okay, let me try. I'm pretty sure that was what they were going for initially. Then everyone reselling them for like double or triple the amount. That's a whole other conversation to talk about. People who scalp tickets and resell them for 1,000,000 times the value. And then I was talking to my husband about this. Also, people bought up PS5s and then resold them for like 3 times the value. So if you didn't get the PS5s the moment it came out, you aren't getting them for years after. So sad. In screenshots of the conversation reviewed by CTV News Toronto, the sellers said they had tickets for Section 304 for September 16th. They asked Rosanna for her email connected to her Ticketmaster account to send the tickets and provided her the email address to e-transfer $800. Rosanna noticed the name attached to the auto deposit did not match the name of who she was speaking with, but the seller confirmed it was the right address. After sending the money, the seller asked her to send a screenshot of the transfer confirming it went through, which rang alarm bells for Rosanna. I said, well, you should have got an email. And they go, send me a screenshot of the payment. The e-transfer belongs to my friend. Then I knew this started getting sketchy. The seller then told Rosanna they were trying to send the tickets, but that she needed to pay another $100 to activate her account so the ticket could go through. Oh no. Yes, I agree. Well, I'm sure some people are legitimate sellers on there and they actually have tickets that they can't use and want to give to someone who would actually enjoy them. But it's just so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell if it's not like Ticketmaster or a legitimate resale platform, like we've talked about with StubHub, and there's also Vivid Seats. Okay. That's not true, Rosanna replied and provided another email for the tickets to be sent to instead. Okay, wait, the seller wrote in response to Rosanna asking for the tickets. Rosanna noticed they then deleted the ad in their account off Marketplace, but said she noticed the ad pop up again on the platform. I went back to search for more Morgan Wallen tickets, not that I was going to buy more. I just knew that if they had done this, they were going to do it again. So I went back to Facebook Marketplace and I saw a new ad with the same ad picture and the same description. Through her husband's Facebook account, Rosanna said they spoke with the new seller to see if it was the same individual, asking the same questions as before, and she said their responses were all the same tone and manner, but it was a different email address for the email transfer. My husband did it 3 times, and all 3 times it was the same responses, but all 3 times it was a different Facebook account and a different email account. CTV News Toronto reached out to Meta behind Facebook Marketplace multiple times for comment, but did not hear back in time for publication. Rosanna said she immediately contacted her bank to see if she could cancel the transfer, knowing that she had been scammed. But since the e-transfer was automatically deposited, Rosanna said she was told there's no way she could get her $800 back. While TD could not provide details, a spokesperson confirmed Rosanna's case had been reviewed. There would be no opportunity for TD to have prevented the loss to the customer as they performed the activity and only realized it was a scam after the funds were sent and the seller blocked them. It is a cautionary tale of buyer beware when it comes to making any purchases from an online platform with a new or unknown seller. As of June 30th, 2023, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre confirmed it received 812 cases where 670 people fell victim to fraudulent ads on social media, including Facebook Marketplace. When was this? When was this published? So not even a year ago. Not even a year ago. Wow. That seems like a lot of people. 812 cases where people got scammed on social media. Okay, that seems like a lot of people. Maybe it's not, but Jeff Horncastle, acting client and communications outreach officer at Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, told CTV News Toronto in a statement that when purchasing something off someone online, it's best to make the exchange in person. But then it could still be a fake ticket, even if you make the exchange in person, right? I feel like we could follow all the rules. We could do all the research, look up for all the red flags, but we could still get scammed. And I was saying earlier, oh, well, just make sure you pay with your credit card because then you could get your money back. But according to this website, this article, and then the Reddit article too, like there's no You could use your credit card, but your bank could say, "Sorry, we can't help you," right? That seems outrageous. So you could do everything right and you could still get scammed and you're not gonna get your money back. That's my point. If a victim makes a purchase online, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre always advises to use a payment mechanism that offers fraud protection. Unfortunately, the chances of getting funds back is very unlikely if other payments are utilized. Locating and verifying the seller's contact information before buying something online, looking through customer reviews from third-party sources, and reviewing the seller's email information are some other ways CAFC recommends protecting oneself from merchandise fraud. I kind of know it was too good to be I kind of knew it was too good to be true, and I feel embarrassed, Rosanna said. It can happen to anybody. It sure can, girl. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. So that's all I had, but we're going to wrap it up and look at what we learned. We're going to look at what we learned. We're going to do a quick summary. Share this tab instead. We learned a variety of ways to spot a ticket scam. If the prices are too good to be true, it likely is. Please use your credit card. You keep an eye out for spoofed links and emails. If the seller reaches out to you, then that could be a red flag for a scam. And if they use strange language, unnatural language, then they could be a scammer. There are a variety of ticket scam traps that we all need to be aware of. If a seller tries to sell you tickets to a sold out venue, sold out event, it could potentially be a scam. If you find discounted tickets on social media, that could also be a red flag. Somehow you have to be able to figure out if if a website is fake or not. I don't know how an average person is going to know if a website that looks just like the Ticketmaster website is fake. Like that seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. Oh, you're right. You're right. So maybe if we use our credit card, it would be easier to get refunded. But don't transfer. Don't use Interact e-transfer, right? And then even if you ask for a picture, of the ticket, it could be a duplicate. That person could have bought the ticket one time and they've sold the ticket to 100 people. So how are we supposed to protect ourselves? And then you could think you got a fancy VIP ticket, but it's actually general admission up in the nosebleeds. Yeah. I don't know that I prepared for this. I read this and I wasn't getting annoyed. I wasn't getting annoyed when I was preparing, but I'm just annoyed now. I'm annoyed now because this poor lady got a ticket for her husband for his birthday, was probably so excited. And then he's like, it's like, sorry, I scammed you. You don't have a nice present for your husband who he would probably be thrilled and be so excited. You just get to be disappointed and your husband's disappointed too. Yes, it sucks that the e-transfer could not refund her. Exactly. 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 Okay, that's all I have for today. I have a video planned for Wednesday where it's similar video on a type of scam, but this is a donation scam. Because even if we want to do good, even if we want to help people, we are going to get scammed by fake ass charities and people pretending to be fundraisers for well known charitable organizations. That's a thing too, apparently. Like Charlie said earlier, this world is scammy. This world is a scammy ass world. And we just need to be aware of red flags and try our best to protect ourselves and always use our credit card and do not use e-transfers. All right. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for all of these people in the chat hanging out and just chatting with me. I hope we learned something. I hope we learned how to recognize ticket scams and how to protect ourselves so we don't get disappointed when we think we're going to a really cool event and then we realize that the ticket does not exist. So yeah, let's just be aware, research, and don't react quickly. There is no sense of urgency. Just take your time and make a decision about whether you want to buy the ticket. Oh, you almost got scammed by a fake charity. Oh, yeah, that's Wednesday. Come on Wednesday if you want to hear the video. Bye, Anastasia and Monica and Lisa and Gary. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you Wednesday, and I hope you have a great evening. Bye.